No, I promise you, you just don't get the point.
I get the point. We agree. We have the same point.
But, no.
Guys, we're relic. Just tell them the point.
Every time somebody finds out what we do, the first thing they ask is, what's the best car? And especially with me with 4x4, they say, so what's the best 4x4? And I have a standard answer. I don't know about you. I say, what do you want your car to do?
So is this the bit where we agree?
Yes.
It's like South African consumers need to put a needs analysis together.
Exactly.
Now you get a car like the Mitsubishi Outlander, and I think it's a perfect vehicle to define a needs analysis. Why would you buy this vehicle?
What do you need your car to do? That's the bottom line.
We agree.
Exactly.
Good. I'm right. Okay, Anzet, so let's start with defining the needs for people buying SUVs. What is the first thing and most important thing that people want when buying SUVs?
Well, they want high ground clearance because they want that raised ride height, and then they want the neighbors to think that should they be invited to the Kalahari on a whim, they could actually do it. So the Outlander ticks both those boxes. I mean, it looks like it can go 4x4ing, and it's got 190 millimeters ground clearance, which is a lot more than your average soft roader.
So the fun part is, nowhere in this discussion has its real 4x4 capabilities come into the question. So having an expensive 4x4 drivetrain, like you find on Fortuners, the guys never bloody use the thing.
Nope.
What does this have? An all-wheel drive system.
It's very clever. It's got 3 modes. So the Eco mode sends all the power to the front, saves you a bit of fuel when you don't need traction on all 4 wheels. And then the other modes either lock the power between the front and the back or shift it around as it detects traction slippage.
That's why we had ADA, because you can go bunda bashing to an extent. You can go on gravel roads, you can go trout fishing at the dam. But this car is really about navigating your way through the city safely with a good all-wheel drive system.
And a high ride height.
Done.
Marius, for me, the real value for money in this car is that they've put the stuff where it matters on the inside. It's got a multi-function steering wheel, it's got park distance control, it's got rain sensing windscreen wipers, it's got headlamp, those little things that clean the headlamps.
Now they've got washers on the headlamps, they've got dusk sensing headlamp as well with auto adjust.
Yeah, they adjust themselves.
Rear view camera, yes, PDC is one thing, rear view camera is something else.
These leather seats are standard.
Got heating function with the seats in the front as well. Very, very cool touchscreen infotainment system.
Bluetooth pairing.
Bluetooth pairing, which actually works.
Everything that you actually need day to day.
9-speaker Fosgate system with a little subwoofer.
Cruise control.
Standard. Very, very nice.
So there's one spec, one derivative, and it's just got everything. There's no ticking option boxes on the list. It's just, this is what you get.
The only thing you get to choose is color. There are 5 colors. There are 3 interior trim detail options. I know they've got the wood veneer now one, which I don't really like, but it comes with the black trim or silver trim. For me, when it comes to value for money and resale value, that's where this car is going to hold its value.
Because they've all got the same value. You know what you're getting if you buy this car second-hand.
You haven't spent 100,000 Rand in optional extras, which don't ever show in your book value. It's ticking the boxes, it really is. The first thing you're going to notice getting in the back of the Outlander is the infotainment system in the rear. Very cool, and that is standard, and it comes with a Wi-Fi headset as well, which is really, really cool.
My favorite thing is the space in the back here. It's really impressive. And show them your trick.
Yeah, well, besides having ample legroom and headroom, each of the seats slide forward as well. So now people sit and moan that, well, it's a 7-seater, but really who are you going to fit in the back? Well, now you can put people in the back and give them some legroom, because I can obviously slide that.
You can
seat can also tilt. Oh, very comfortable. Business class, eh?
Yeah, very cool. Love it.
Folding the third row of seats into the floor frees up 477 litres of luggage space, which can be almost quadrupled by lowering the second row too.
So they've got one derivative, 2.4 petrol engine. The diesel and a plug-in hybrid are coming, but at the moment this engine's all you can have.
Yeah, I think the diesel's going to be the real buy. At the end of the day, economy was what they were getting nailed on previously.
Yes.
6-speed CVT is certainly going to help the fuel efficiency.
That's an interesting thing.
It's a good CVT.
Yeah, it's a good CVT because they haven't left it as a normal CVT that makes that whining sound the whole time. They've put artificial step ratios into it, and that's why you say 6-speed CVT gearbox. So it's not actually, it's mechanically a CVT gearbox, but it doesn't work like one, so it doesn't irritate the driver as much.
And obviously, I mean, if you want to take out the little drone that there is, you go onto the paddles, which it become standard with, and it's going to drive even more like your standard auto. But a very, very good box. What is quite cool, they've obviously got a lock function on the gearbox, which obviously stops the hunting of gears in CVT mode, which is great when you're towing.
It's specifically for towing. Now, what sets this car apart, and probably why the price difference is such a massive one between this and the Koreans, is that the towing capacity is only 750 kgs braked. So that's a trailer. This is not for towing caravans, which the Santa Fe and the Sorento can do. I mean, they have much bigger towing capacities, but they cost 100,000 rand more.
But fantastic suspension setup,
very good.
Good build quality. It's Japanese. I mean, there's no rattles, no shakes. Very, very good on-road manners, and capable on a gravel road too.
So if you need it for that fishing expedition or camping trip that you take once a year maybe, it can actually do it. And I honestly find the suspension on gravel really, really soft, and you know, it's great to drive.
So in closing, Anzet, if South Africans were to be 100% honest according to the needs analysis when buying a bigger SUV, the Outlander would be the perfect car.
Yeah, it's got everything that you need, none of what you don't need and don't want to pay for.
Incredible spec list, and the price for me is the clincher as well.
So there's just the one model for now at 429,000 Rand, which is a good 30,000 Rand less than the Subaru Forester and way cheaper than the Nissan X-Trail, and then way, way, way cheaper than its Korean competitors, which is the Sorento and the Santa Fe, which are lovely cars, don't get me wrong.
Those are like 500,000, it's crazy. Look, my only negative for now is the 2.4 petrol only. Look, it works very well, but I think the diesel is going to be a real strong seller for them, especially when you look at that market. Fantastic car, really, really good.